So recording. So basic 22A, right? So we have a situation like this. And so what we can do here. So first of all, I wish to remind you of all the properties we have discussed in class, such as b to the power m multiply b to the power n. They do not apply here because that has to be multiplying. Okay, between these two, that's multiplication. Okay, and then you can see all of those properties about power. They're all related to multiplication or hold on, let me turn on the video. They're all related to multiplication or division. We cannot distribute this negative sign to the inside, right? The other property which is more relevant to it would be like, if I have a times b raised to a certain power, then I will have a to the power of n multiply b raised to the power of n. You see that? So that property, which is similar to this situation, but not, because here we have addition and over here we have multiplication. Do you follow me?
Yeah, so for the a to the second property, you can use that though for like number
you can apply that property on number 2.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to do number 2 for you as well as a comparison. So 2 to the power negative 1 plus 3 to the power negative 1. What can we do? Okay, the only thing you can do, the only way we can do it is that we have to do it from inside out. Okay, so from inside we have half. That's 2 to the power negative 1. You got it?
Yeah, that's what I put. I put 1/2 and then I put 1/3.
Perfect.
And then I think you'd get like what, 5, 6?
Then you get a common denominator, right? You can get a common denominator. With a common denominator, you get 6 under 3 plus 6 under 2.
So then 5, 6.
And then you get a 5 over 6. And then raised to the power negative 1. So the whole time I didn't touch the exponents outside because I was managing the inside. Now, once the inside has become one singular number, then I'm going to handle the outside. You see that?
Do you put that over 1?
You can do that, or you can also do this, right? There are many tools you actually, there are many tools at your disposal at this point. There's not just one way to do it. Okay, so for example, you can, so if I put an n here, right? This will be a to the power of n divided by b to the power n. Do you follow me? So you can apply this form. So there, I'm going to show you a couple ways. If you like to do the whole thing all over 1, you can do that. You will be handling a complex fraction. Then you have to simplify that. Okay, that's one way to go. So you're going to simplify this by multiplying 6 over 6, right? So the 6 times 1 is 6, and the 6 times 5, 6, that's 5. So in the end, you're going to get the answer. So you're dealing with a complex fraction. So that's going to be 6 over 5. That's your answer. Or, okay, everything stayed the same. Okay, just from here, right? You could done this. You could use this property. You follow me?
Oh, okay.
You can use this property, meaning that you can, capital A is 5. your capital B is 6, your n is -1, the power is -1. So you can write it this way, which is going to give you 5 to the power of -1 over 6 over to the power of -1. Do you follow me?
Yeah.
Let me make the font just a little bit larger so you can see better. Sometimes the negative sign doesn't show. Okay, do you see that well?
Yeah. And so it's the same thing for the ones that have like a subtraction sign instead of addition.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, and next you can use this property, which is b to the power of -n is equals to 1 over b to the power of n. Okay, so now by this time, you would also get, 6 to the power of -1 is going to flip up. So that's going to be 6. 5 to the -1 to the power of -1 is going to flip down. You can also get 6 over 5. Okay.
Okay.
And for number 2 in this section, which is instead of adding, it's multiplying. And this is going to be most liberating. You can still do the way we do. Okay, you can still do the like half, third, but you can also do it differently. So the first way I want to show you, you can do 1 over 2 times 1 over 3, right? So then you're going to get, this is a multiplication of 2 fractions. So 1/2 will multiply 1/3. That's going to be 1 over 6. But there's outside power. And then you're going to get 6. Oops. So it's going to be equals to 6. Or, right, you don't have to do it this way. You can totally do it this way by manipulating the power using that property. Follow me?
Yeah.
See that? Capital A, capital B. N is -1. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So if I follow that, what I will encounter, I will have my capital A raised to the power of -1 multiply my capital B raised to the power of -1 as well. You see that? I'm applying that property. Yeah? Yes?
Yeah.
Now, one more property that we can apply, which is very convenient to use, is that if you have a b to the power of m multiply, I'm sorry, then to the power of n, not multiply, okay? B to the power of m and then to the power of n, what would that be? B to the power of m times n, right?
Mm-hmm. So it would be 2 times -1 times -1.
It will be 2 to the power of -1 multiply -1. So you're going to have on the power, you're going to have -1 times -1. Okay, and then you have a 3 to the power of -1 times -1. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
And the -1 times -1 is going to be +1, right? And 3. And so in the end, you also get 6.
Can you go back up to the first problem again? A little bit down. Oh, okay. So if I do use the second one where it's 5, 6 to the -1,
No, you're not going to get 5 here because this is a multiplying fractions. And the other one is adding fractions.
Okay.
When you multiply fractions, denominator multiply denominator, numerator times numerator. But when you add fractions, you have to find common denominator. Yeah?
Yeah. And then for basics 21, what exactly are we supposed to do?
You just, you basically practice these properties on basic 21 on the first column.
Oh, so the first problem is the property we use, and then you do it for
That's
A.
right. You can see the first column, you need to figure out the properties, right?
Mhm.
You probably want to be able to derive them, or you can look up the book to find them, but you really want to comprehend them instead of just dry memorizing them. Okay, you're gonna carry a lot of burden if you have to memorize them. So it'll be better if you know how to derive them. And so, and then column after column, you just apply the respective properties on the same row.
Oh, okay, that makes sense now.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Thank you. I'll see you in like 10 minutes.
Yes, of course. Great job.